Yeah, I may as well just open up a new chat or another live stream just to be sure. But it seems like that fixed the Wi-Fi issues we're having, and my direct modem does not have more than one Ethernet input, so had to reboot the whole thing. So I hope we're having fun, but we're getting there. Okay, we're up. Who's Jack Smith? He's a high school guy. I saw a little bit of him. He's good, I guess. Played Division, what was it? I think it was Division 1. I'm just going to try rebooting my Wi-Fi here. Yeah, Jack Smith is kind of, like, I was never blown away with what I saw. I think he was playing Class A. Sorry, I'm also now getting my stream live here. Any thoughts on the goalie they drafted for the Rangers? I'm literally twisted in a knot here. Let me find it. 1 second. Bear with me. I guess we can also wait for some more people to pop up. Friggin' power outages, eh? Oh, that's why. Okay. Yeah, like, I only have access to Sportsnet now. Oh, are we at 106 already? Oh, we are at 106. All right, well, I think I'm going to do Johannesson. Let's do it. Let's make it a pick. Ugh. Yeah, I can't, I don't know how, yeah, I think Johannesson's my guy here. Mm-hmm. This is just chaos. Unlock. There we go. Yeah, Sportsnet now is showing baseball. Like, I can't watch Sportsnet 1. I don't get to pick. So I'm kind of... That's what I get for paying money. Unbelievable. Sportsnet. Yeah, I'm going to bet that Pashin keeps slipping. But Johannesson, I'm just taking the risk. Let's go. Oh, they took Akhtiyamov. Wow. Okay. They took a goalie, and Akhtiyamov is a guy who I think the analytics didn't line up particularly well, from my view, but I'm not a goalie expert. I will defer to them on that. But yeah, interesting. You know, that's not a... that he saves pucks. He saves pucks. That's really it. Oh, we missed a whole bunch of picks here. 102, Jack Smith. Jan Bednar off the board there. 102 is Montreal. 103, Durand. Where did he go? New York. Yeah, Russian goalies are the trend because a lot of them are really good. 104, nickel. Also, I want to say thank you to everyone who's sticking with me through all the tech issues that we've been having this afternoon. The fact that there's still 240 of us, right on. Team Scouching actually has 2 goalies currently in the AHL Timu. With, what's his name? Vladar and Burden. So, there you go. And it's not, the draft's not over. I was thinking about using a goalie pick in the late rounds. Shvakovsky off the board. That's a really good pick for Pittsburgh. I really like Spakowski a lot. Yeah, Spakowski's really good. I like him. Skilled, works hard. You know, I think he's undervalued quite a bit. But, yeah, that's a good pickup. Okay, who won 104? Nickel. Oh, I thought I put him in. How far do you think Pashin slips? I mean, I heard there were people who said he could be undrafted. Yeah, I mean, that's a really good pickup for Pittsburgh. I really like him. He's a good player. What else do we got here? Okay. We have a pause. It's we're not even halfway. Like, this is wild. Not even halfway through this. You think Newbeck goes undrafted? No. How do I memorize the attributes of over 200 players? I'm watching them every day for hours. Okay, so there's a pause here. Like, I don't know. I guess they don't really think about it from the viewer perspective, but like, this is kind of silly. Comparable NHLers for Foodie. His brother. His brother, probably. Yeah, I don't see any way to watch the draft anymore on Sportsnet now. Unless there's like some extra package. that requires you to pay more. I don't know. Biondi. Wow, after all that time, they finally decide to pick a player. Montreal. Blake Biondi. There you go. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I mean, I suppose they need to give them time, but then what's the point of a time limit? Like, it's also the 4th round. Like, if you haven't figured out that you might want to trade down, then too bad. Like, too bad. Like, people have families. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not. Whatever. It is what it is. Oh, it is still on. Wow. Okay. So it's not even listed as the NHL draft. It's listed as misplays of the week. Okay. But we got it. We're back online. All right. The Coyotes are up. Or after this. Michael Krutel. That's not a bad pick. I've only seen very, very little of him. And I know he has his fans. But I can't really comment on him because I've barely seen him. But I've seen like a little bit. Defense first guy, he's fine. But I don't have anything huge to say about him for Chicago. I mean, from the perspective of the league, this isn't meant to be for the public. Like, this is the middle to late rounds of the draft. Like, there's no real reason for them to rush because who cares to them? But we're the group of people that do care. Yeah, Krutel was injured a lot, but he's a good player from what I've seen. All right. All right, Arizona, you get your first pick of the draft now? Let's see. Yeah, it's their first pick of the draft. Who could it be? Kind of waiting patiently here, Arizona. Mitchell Miller. Wow, whoa, okay. I mean, yeah. You know, I've seen a lot of Mitchell Miller. I think he deserved to be drafted if you ignore the extreme issues that he's had in the recent past. I don't know if I would have drafted him at all, personally. But I guess the Arizona Coyotes don't seem to care. But just for all of you, I would recommend reading up about what exactly happened with him. Like, he almost went to, like, prison. By prison, I mean, like, juvenile hall. Like, it was really, really awful. He's explosive and quick and good at both ends, and probably in an ideal world would have gone drafted higher. But real questions about, like, I don't know. He got by the skin of his teeth. doing some stuff that even if you're the worst kid on planet Earth that I've ever encountered, I would never have expected them to do. But you should Google it yourself. It was in the news like multiple times. There was, some bad stories that got worse the more information came out. Just stuff you don't like. Thoughts on smaller forwards slipping? I'm not surprised. People probably question just how good they are if they're that small. Anyone got a link? I mean, I can probably find it. I'm trying to find it very quickly here. I can't remember what website it was on. Yeah, here's a primer, but it's it's a paywall. But it's like, there's boys will be boys, but then yeah. There's boys will be boys, and then there's what he did. I don't really want to get into exactly what it was, but rest assured, not great. But he's a good player, really good hockey player. So if it works, it works. Juho Markkanen is a goalie, right? Yeah. So LA took a goalie. I don't have him in my list here. Drop him down 112. Juho Markkanen. Oh, he's born in Edmonton. So he is UC Markkanen's kid. Neat. Markkanen, I mean, sure. He was okay last year, I guess. I don't know. Goalies will be goalies. Oh, Jackson Kunz. Interesting. I've seen him play a bit for the Canucks. I think he's a good goal scorer. I'm surprised that he was picked over Artem Schlane, though, to be perfectly honest. Thoughts on Drew Comezzo? I don't know about franchise goalie, but he's fine, I guess. Like, he stops pucks, which is good. But I don't know. I'm not one to project goalies, especially not ones to be franchise goalies. Well, yeah, there's like 3 articles out there in the Toledo Blade about it. It's not great. Jackson Kunz is a good goal scorer. I mean, he's got a good shot from what I saw, but I don't know. Sean Farrell's still undrafted. So where did I take Johannesson? 106. Foodie, I took it. Oh no, what am I doing? Yeah, 1. Farrell, so Knazko's gone, Niederbach's gone, Robbins is gone. Who else is gone? Groshev is gone. Evangelista's gone. Colangelo. See where we end up. I don't know, man. 14-year-olds should know better than that. Like, I don't know. Like, you've now brought that onto your team. I don't know. I think I know that at 14 that's wrong. I think you know at 14 that's wrong, and if you don't, then that's a problem. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's, if he was the last pick in the draft, maybe. But, and I believe that people deserve second chances, but that's like really, really, really bad stuff that you just, you know, like what if you have a kid who's disabled and that kid now is on an NHL professional, you know, and he seems to have gotten off relatively scot-free. And now he's an NHL draft pick, you know, like it's questionable. Michael Pitia to Columbus. Interesting. I'm going to move on from Mitchell Miller. I mean, we can debate all day about what's right and what's wrong, but I think that's in the eye of the beholder. Pitia, I mean, again, Columbus likes going off the board. That's the second guy on TPS they've drafted, so that's decent. Oh, there goes Zion Nybeck to Carolina, of course. Nybeck to Carolina. There's the pick. So finally, he slips far enough to be picked. I mean, I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Good value. He's a good player under pressure for someone so small. Big swing, but I'm not super confident. But then again, I took a big swing on a defenseman in Johannesson, so who knows? Like, Nybeck is good, but I think he might have trouble projecting to smaller ice and bigger players. And like, you know me, I don't really think too much about skill or too much about guys who are kind of small. Like a decent defensive player as well with his positional abilities. I think this is him. Yeah, so he fights off this pressure really well and still manages to find a line mate. Where are we here? Oh no, that's the same clip. Wow. My mistake. Did I just... Oh my goodness. Like, Nybeck is not a bad player, but like stuff like that, he just bounces off guys a lot of the time. He's fine, but yeah, at 115, that's a fine pick. I can't believe we're only at 115. Holy smokes. Team scouting is basically guys I would have picked at the slots where they're available. So, yeah. Oh, Eamon Powell to Philadelphia. There you go. That's a good pick. He's a good project to work on. Yeah, so it's basically a check to make sure, or like basically a check of who I would have taken to basically say, all right, like, you know, here's who we would have looked at, or I would have looked at if I was running the show. I'm still pretty happy with the haul so far. I probably could have skipped on Johannesson, but I felt like I wanted a defenseman. So I think it can have a little bit of that kind of thinking. And I mean, Pashin is still available. Brett Berard is still available. Sean Farrell is still available. Like, this is pretty weird stuff. Oh, Pulya Yarvi signed in Edmonton? Right on. Good news. Glad to see him back. Bogdan Triniev to the Capitals. Kunz is going to UND. I'm surprised the Senators didn't take him. Someone asked about Connor McLennan. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go really, really late. I've never been blown away with McLennan. I think he's a great. I think he's going to score a lot in junior and have trouble at the next level. Oh, Tampa. Yeah, the NHL Network had Tampa or Philadelphia there for a second. So I guess they traded the pick. I don't even know what's happening anymore. Yoni Yermo, I had ranked in the top 40, I think. Yermo, where is he? Yeah, I had Yermo ranked 36th. So getting him where they did, I thought was a great pickup for Vancouver. Call the Devils pick. I think the Devils go for... Oh, geez, I don't know. I think New Jersey takes, let's go Jacob Truscott. I'm going to say Jacob Truscott. Colorado takes Ambrosio. That's a good pick. I like Colby Ambrosio. Like, I'm not over the moon about him, but he's a good player. Nope. Why is Alex Pashin dropping so much? Because he's small and played mostly at the Russian junior level last year. But I think he should be taken by now. Someone's going to take him, and, like, you can't... Like, Neubeck going before him is really surprising. Like, Pashin's speed and skill blows Neubeck out of the water. Brett Berard, yeah, I mean, Brett Berard would be a good one. Have you narrowed down your pick at 122? I mean, like, there's a lot of good players. I don't know. Like, will Pashin be there at 153? Oh, Tanner Dickinson. Who's that? I don't even know who Tanner Dickinson is. The 119? Yeah. Well, let's see who's off the board at 120, and then we'll see. Do you work as a professional scout in some capacity? No, but I do make money doing it, so that's fun. If you would like to help, I run a Patreon on patreon.com. Yeah, there's some really, really good players on the list here. I don't know. Ethan Edwards, that's a good pick. I like Ethan Edwards. Yeah. Ethan Edwards. 2, the New Jersey Devils. That's a really, really good pick. I like Ethan Edwards a lot. Skates well. Good two-way player. For an AJHL guy, I think he's perfectly fine. I liked him at the AJHL or the WJAC World Junior A Championship. Good player. Oh, hey, welcome. I'll get your account set up soon. How close to $1,000 are the super chats? I'd have to do the math because a bunch of different currencies have popped up. Yeah, my internet seems to be pooping out again. Thank you very much for joining up. I'll get your account set up after the draft. You know what? I'm just turning off the live stream. Let's just keep going offline, or not offline, but on the draft tracker here. Alex Jeffries. All right, I like Jeffries. I have only seen him very, very briefly, but he's interesting. I don't really have much to say. I like his shiftiness. He's skilled. That's a skilled pick. But yeah, I'm okay with that. So okay, so we're at 122. Who would I go for? Let's do it. I'm taking Brett Berard. I'm gonna skip on Pashin and hope that he's there. But it's gonna be Brett Berard. I know I'm skipping Pashin, who's technically the best player on my list, but I get the feeling he's gonna slip before I. Do I really want to do that? No, I'm taking Alex Pashin. It's gonna happen. I'm not taking Sean Farrell. I've got Pashin ranked higher. Farrell is the next guy on my list, though. Yeah, I'm taking the chance on Pashin, but if Toronto trades down from here, I would not be surprised. Like, you may as well. Powell's gone. Ambrosio's gone. Svakovsky's gone. Mitchell's gone. Short list is getting slow. Yo, they took William Villeneuve. Okay. I only have one clip of William Villeneuve that I saved, but here is one of them. I guess they think they can fix him. But, like, just take a look at what happens here on this defensive rush. He's number 13. Do something. Like, I'm going to play that one more time. Check this out. This is St. John Sea Dogs hockey right here. Go, do something, nothing, and he doesn't do anything. Doesn't even get the puck on the rebound. Easiest goal you'll ever score. I wouldn't have touched Villeneuve with a 100-foot pole, but such is life. Can't win them all, right? I mean, maybe. Oh, and Dallas takes Stranges. Okay. You know, I mean, but Villeneuve does skate. Well, he's not skating's not great, but his skill is okay. I like his shot as well from the point. I think he's good from the point, at least in an offensive sense. But holy crap, him and Jeremy Poirier, just awful, awful. Let's see Chicago's drafts. Reichel, Kamezzo, Slaggert, Kaiser, Krudel. Fine overall, I would say. It's been good. Not great, but good. I mean, yeah, as a defense, you're taught to take away the pass, but you can at least take away the pass. He's behind both of those players. Like, watch that again. He's not cutting off the passing lane. I'll find it again here. He's not cutting off the lane. He's in front of the two players. That's an easy pass. And then he doesn't take the player in front of the net physically. Like, there's nothing there. Like, he may as well not be on the ice. The Hurricanes are doing very well. The Hurricanes are doing very well. Let's filter them. Like, Jarvis, Gunler, Ponomarev, Nikishin, Zia, Nubek is good. It's been very good. Trust me, it's not just the one clip. That team was bad, and a big reason why that team was bad was because Poirier and Villeneuve don't do anything defensively. It's one clip, but that's a really good example of what it was. I didn't track any of them, but I was tracking Poirier, and that happened, and it was so bad that I needed to pull it. But he can shoot it. He's got decent skill. He's okay, but boy, I mean, and at 122, sure, but I think there are some really good players still available. Like Ty Tullio, even if you want more traditional NHL picks, Sean Farrell should be gone. We'll see. I don't know. I mean, his data on pick 224 is really good, so that's a plus. But, like, let's pull him up here for a sec. In the machine. Like, some of this is good. It's not terrible. But I mean, just not great metrics in either direction. Okay, Sean Farrell to Montreal. That makes sense. I had a feeling Sean Farrell would go to Montreal. I just didn't think it was going to happen this late. There you go. Farrell's gone. Round 5. 3 more. Oh my god. Oh. Oop. Okay, I need to get some kind of sound going on here. Yeah, I thought about passing on Pashin to pick him later, but it's 31 picks, and I get the feeling someone's going to take him. And I don't really want to... I'd rather miss on Berard than miss on Pashin. I like Berard a lot, but I wonder how his game projects at the next level. That might be why he's falling a bit. Yeah, Villeneuve is a big project. Big project. What do you think of Casper Pudio? I think he's a good aggressive Finnish defenseman, like pushes up into the offensive blue line really well to cut off breakouts. Passing is okay, skill is okay. Really mixed bag. I'm not surprised he's not picked yet. I'm gonna be right back and take a quick break. Please bear with me for 1 second. I swear, at least I hope, there will be no more power outages. One minute. I have returned from the nether regions. I just need some noise in the background. Round 2 of the draft was 3 hours ago. I mean, look, like, I'm kind of sticking my neck out on this draft for the group of guys that I've picked. Like, I really like Amirov. I love Gooschin. I love Foodie. Getting Foodie and Gooschin at the same time is great, I think. Johannesson is a big risk, but I'll take it. Passion, I just love watching. I like fun guys who drive offense, and those guys are pretty solid. Thoughts on Jakob Stenqvist? I don't know that name. Not to dismiss you, I don't know. Why is Ty Tulio sliding? I have no idea. I mean, it's going to be fun for me in the 6th and 7th round also because I'll be able to just take whoever I want. I think I have a good idea of who I'm going for the next pick. Do you generally agree or disagree with Brian Burke's first round draft pick analysis? I don't know what you mean by that. I was trying not to pay attention so much to Brian Burke last night. No offense, Brian, if you're watching. No, not that he is. He definitely wouldn't. Why in the hell is the draft taking so long? I don't know. What do you think others see in Villeneuve? I've been seeing a lot of public scouts like him. I mean, his skill is good. He shoots the puck well. He's an aggressive offensive player at times, but geez, you know, his defensive game is not much better, if at all, than Jeremy Poirier. I mean, in that range, sure, you can take the bet. Still whack, considering kind of who's on the board here. Where do we find the full team scouting roster? I am going to post it on my website after tonight. So after the draft is over, I'm going to have myself a whiskey and put a page on my website profiling the team scouting roster. For Sharks, Bordeleau, Robbins, Gushin, and Co. Is that good? Hang on. Let me just make sure I do this right. Got to make sure my there. Okay, yes. Yeah. The those players for the Sharks? Good. It's good. They did good. Who are some high upside prospects left? Pashin, Johannesson, Tulio, Ryan Francis, I'm surprised hasn't been picked. I have Benjamin Baumgartner ranked really, really high. I really like him. Oh, Detroit traded. So Vegas has the next pick now. What whiskey? I can't remember. I had a scotch that a friend of mine bought for me as a housewarming gift that I really, really like. I forget what it's called. Not Altmore, but it also begins with an A. I am a scotch drinker. What team has done the worst? I don't know. I'll have to digest this after the draft is over. Boston, I haven't really liked their picks. I mean, I am like they're like Kuntar and Lori. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not. Maybe I'm not missing, not catching something. But those are guys that I probably wouldn't look at right away. Klubna as a 7th round flyer might be an offer. No, Akin Token, I don't have any. I drank all of that the other day. Not at once. I finished it the other day. Do you follow players draft +1 seasons? Yeah, I do. What did you think of Podkolzin? I really like Podkolzin. I mean, again, the question with Podkolzin was upside. I think he's going to play in the NHL and be a player that you'll love to play with. Really, really, really aggressive and hard on the puck. Doesn't really have a ton of finesse to his game, but he's a good all-around player. I think he's going to drive good analytics and results. How has Montreal done? I'd say up and down. Ardmore, I think, is the... I don't know. I can't remember. I'll have to go get it. Gooley, Tuck, Mishak, Smith, Biondi, Farrell. That's a mixed bag to me, personally. I'd say mixed bag for Ottawa. The Red Wings? I think the Red Wings have had one of the better drafts. I really like how they've drafted mostly. I might not have touched Stange, but Vero is a good pick-ish where they picked him. I thought he was fine. Might have passed on Hannes and Sabrango, but 4 picks there I really, really like. Raymond, Valinder, Niederbach, and Vero. I like those picks where they're at. And then Bednar has a history of being a good goaltender, so maybe you take a chance on that. I mean, they did, right? Thoughts on Sokolov? He scored 40. Well, yeah, I mean, he's a double overager, so yeah. Okay, can we please get this going? Vegas, let's go. Was it Tullio? Oh, they took Jesper Wiekman. Okay, now we're moving along. Wiekman. I think Tullio for Edmonton's a great pickup there. That's a really, really great pickup. I think people look at Tullio listed as a center and see his size and question him, but I think for Edmonton, that's just a no-brainer. Will, how many more Sea Dogs get drafted? I think Brady Burns will get a pick. Maybe someone takes a flyer on Josh Lawrence. Yeah. Evan Vierling. All right, there you go. Vierling. I didn't think he'd slip this far, but here we are. I am curious to see what happens with Ethan Cardwell. Thoughts on the Oilers draft? I think the Oilers have done okay. I mean, Holloway was a good pick there. Tullio was a good pick there. I wouldn't have drafted Carter Savoy at all, but it's not the end of the world. 2 of 3 is pretty good. Kings took Chromiak? Okay. I mean, here, fine. You know, I took him off my list. But I mean, they have so much offensive firepower, may as well take another one. Just not a guy I'm super over the moon about. The more I watched him, the less I liked. I think Shane Wright makes him look awesome. Zayd Wisdom makes him look awesome. I'm not surprised Zayd Wisdom went way before him. Yeah, Tullio probably slipped because he's small, but he works hard. He works hard to work through it. He fights through pressure really well. It's just a matter of, is he going to be able to do that in the NHL? Maybe that might be problematic. Ah, yes. My assistant comes through in the clutch. Aberfeldy 12-year-old. Highland single malt Scotch whiskey. Yes, Aberfeldy. That's the one. The Devils are doing okay. Holtz and Mercer I thought were great pickups for where they got them. Dawes is a good pickup, and Ethan Edwards I think is a good, interesting project pick. I'm not huge on Pitlick, but maybe as a 4th-line guy that you pick up, sure, you could work. Shakir Mukamadul and I would not have touched at 20. I probably wouldn't even have touched him until like the 4th round. But if you like him and think he's a guy, then go for it. A little bit of a wait there for Chromiak, but that's okay. Ducks take Galimov. There you go. A 3 times undrafted player. I don't mind Galimov. He might be a guy, but I don't know. I'm not huge on him. Every time I've seen him, I've been going like, okay, I don't know about if this guy is the guy, but he drives good possession and good good results in the KHL. So sure. Thoughts on the Rangers draft? Let me take a look. I think the Rangers have been up and down. Lafreniere, obviously. I would not have taken Schneider. I would not have taken Cooley. Tarnstrom, if I had intel that he was going to be gone after 92, I probably would think about it. Garand, I think, is a good goalie, and Vierling's a good pickup at 127. Mostly it's been good. I think you left some value on the table taking Schneider and Cooley, but you got some good pieces. Buffalo? Thoughts on Stranges? I'm not a huge Stranges guy at all. Oh man, there's a lot flowing in here. What do you think the Jets should do as their third pick? When is it? I don't even know. Oh, I don't know. It's coming up in a while, I guess. How unfair is it that Minnesota got Rossi and Murat? It's actually very fair. They did the smart things. Thoughts on Stranges? Yeah, his skating style is bonkers. I don't really like him. His play away from the puck is almost non-existent. He doesn't really use his skill effectively. He does the mohawk skating for no reason. It's a tough one to read. I'm not a huge fan of him, but yeah. Oh, Max Domi signed 2 years, 10.6. All right, cool. So who's gone here? Farrell. Yeah, I mean, judging by how many picks I have left, there could be some good players left. I mean, there will be. Oh, how'd I miss that? Oh, that guy's gone. I think that's the rest. Mietinen, Francis, Ovchinnikov, Magnuson, Baumgartner, Aksentiuk, Chutniev, Cardwell, Mancini. I'm surprised no one's taken Mancini yet. I really like Victor Mancini, and he drives really good results. What do you think about the Leafs draft so far? They've been one of the best, I think, overall. I mean, I didn't like the Villeneuve pick. I didn't, but that's okay. The rest has been pretty good. Like, just looking at their list now. Especially the trade they made with Ottawa. I think you make that trade 100 days out of 100. Like, if Akhtiamov is as good as his puck stopping ability indicates, then that's great pickup for them in 106. And Niemela, Hirvonen, and Amirov as your top three is a great series of picks. Villeneuve, whatever. We'll see who they end up with for the rest of the draft, but they could end up with some good value later on. James Hardy. I mean, the skating is not great with Hardy. I think that's what holds him back. He's got a good shot. Not a guy I would look at until later on, I don't think. Oh my God, come on, New Jersey. What is going on? How has Minnesota done? Very well. Yeah, very well. Minnesota's done really well, I think. I mean, I don't mind the Damon Hunt pick. I wouldn't have picked him, but I don't mind it. Like Minnesota, yeah. I mean, I don't mind. I wouldn't have taken Ryan O'Rourke, but I don't mind it. And I don't mind the Damon Hunt pick. You know, those two guys are good defensemen, just drafted a little bit higher than I would have taken them. That's okay, though. But the first two picks they made, I think, could be home runs. Yeah, I feel like there are trades that are happening and they're just not announcing them. I don't know what's happening. The best defenseman still available? Well, on my list, it would be Johannesson, Mancini, Luke Reed, I think, is also a really good one. Pudio and Jacob Dion, and then a bunch of watch list guys. So Maurizier Ortiz. Pavel Tutniev, I could talk about all day. He's great. Can we get 30 seconds on the last two picks and a D-man? Yeah, no problem. Akhtiamov is a goalie, so who knows? We'll see. I don't know. He stops pucks. I've never been super impressed with him, but I'm happy to be wrong. Villeneuve, I'm not super down with him. I think his defensive game is bad, but he can, you know, move with the puck up the ice. He's got good skill, and he can really shoot it. So maybe. We'll see. If you park him with a skating coach and work with him in the video room, if you can work with him in the video room to fix up his defensive positioning, then maybe. Highest ceiling potential pick now left? Oh, man. I mean, Benjamin Baumgartner has driven a tremendous amount of production for a limited role in a men's league in Switzerland. He's older, but I think there's a lot of value there. I mean, I think Pashin has a ton of upside. He's really, really risky. He probably will never play. But if he does, I think he's going to be really good. Okay. New Jersey took Schlein. I like Schlein. That's a good pick. I'm sorry, but I don't think I have the mental capacity or the time to update this live, unfortunately. So I'm sorry, but at this point, you might have to just deal with it, as they say in Finland. Deal with it. Do you think Louis Crevier gets drafted? Yes. Schlein is good. I like him. I've seen him play with Shattuck a lot. Keep an eye out for Scott Morrow next year. He's good. But yeah, I'm surprised that Kunz went first, but yeah, he's good. Long-term project, but I like him. Matteo Constantini, an OJHLer, who I don't have on the list. Probably been asked, but who is your favorite pick from round one? Best prospect next year, I would say, still is Ratu, but I really, really like Simon Edvinsson on defense. Favorite pick of round one? I really liked that the Sharks got Ozzy Wiesblatt at the end of the first round, and the way they announced it, I thought was really classy and smart. Maverick Bourque at Dallas at 30, I think, is the one that I really like. I mean, I also respect the Columbus Blue Jackets just balling out and taking Chinnikov. I mean, I'm not going to be here to judge that pick. We'll see what happens, but that was a wild one. Detroit took Alex Cotton. Okay. I would not have drafted Alex Cotton, but he has some good data, I suppose. Kind of lumbers around the ice and plays really aggressively, but meh. Dmitry Rashevsky, I am not a fan. I just don't see it. I think he's going to be a really good low-level Russian pro like he is now. He may be a KHL player one day, but I don't think smaller ice will do him well. He needs time to make decisions. His skating isn't great. I don't know. I don't really see much in Rashevsky, at least not even in this range, I don't think. I'm sure he'll get picked, but I wouldn't do it right now. Who should the Leafs look for high risk, high reward in the 5th round? Johannesson, Miettinen, Ovchinnikov, Baumgartner, Oksentchuk, Chudniev, Mancini. I have Yegor Suchkov ranked pretty high. Mayan Pa, ow. Did Winnipeg draft Johannesson? Wait, where's Winnipeg? No. Did they? If Winnipeg drafted Johannesson, that would be fun. Yeah, they did. Woohoo! That's a good pickup for Winnipeg. Really, really low risk there. And we have Berard to the Rangers, apparently. Yep. Damn, I was hoping to snag him, but that's okay. Oops. Yarmo is known for strange picks. Yes, very true. He is. Yeah, Brett Berard is a great pickup for the Rangers there. That makes their draft a lot better, I think. At 134, he's worth the chance. He's going to Providence. They like guys like him. Jack Dugan did really well there. He's going to need at least 2 years, I think. But he's a really good player. He plays bigger than he is, and he does it effectively. Like, I'll pull up some clips of Berard while we wait. Play. Brett Berard is good. He won this award. Where is it? This guy. Mr. Analytics. This guy. There's Brett Berard's award. So, Brett, if you're watching, you can come get your award, or I can mail it to you, whatever you prefer. You can put this on your mantle. Maybe I'll stick a plaque to the back. I'm lower on Villeneuve because I think there's way too much work to be done to turn him into a serviceable defenseman. Berard here, yeah, like he does this kind of thing all the time. He just enables a lot for his teammates. Where is he here? He's number 7, I think. Oh no, he's in the corner, number 6. Like, he's quick, he's evasive, he's small, but I think he fights hard, he battles, and I think he's a good player. Berard. What else do we have here? Oh no, did we play this one? Yes. So he is there. So there, enabling those transitions like that. I really, really like it. And then he enters the zone and finds that man wide. You know, like, he's a smart player. He's a good teammate. Facilitates play really well. I like Berard a lot. Like, just fights off the pressure there and gets the puck in front of the net. So I like that a lot. Oh, weird. That's funny. Out of curiosity, how much did you spend on those 3 plushes? I got them at Party City. They were marked down. I think they were like $7 each. Business expenses, baby. Let's let the CRA come after me for those purchases. Thoughts on San Jose's draft? It's been sick. They've been great. Sad I didn't get the chance at Berard, but I think I have enough small guys to be okay. At least for now. I think I know who my target will be coming up. Team Scouching is just a list of players. Like, since I'm from Toronto, I just take their draft picks and who I would have picked at those slots just to check my work. That's really it. So the team right now, as it stands, is these guys. Let me actually add these guys to the roster here. Alexander Pashin is a what? What do I have here? Anton Johannesson, so... Udi is there. Amirov is there. Gushchin? And Pashin. I think he's a right winger. Oh, he's a left winger. Okay. At least I think he is. I mean, in Russia, they don't really have left and right wing. They just kind of do whatever they want, which is kind of fun. We had a nice string of like 4 picks that went by pretty quick there, so thanks, Nashville, for slowing us down again. What award did Berard win? Mr. Analytics. On paper, one of the best analytical players I tracked all year. Like, I'll show him here. Oh, and I forgot to mention the Mr. Stick Your Neck Out. Murat went off the board. I didn't even pull him out. So here's Brett Berard's data. Like, literally the most controlled offensive zone transitions in the entire tracking set that I have. 4th in offensive zone transitions total. You know, really solid shooting metrics for that kid. All around just really, really good. You know, there's not really any area of weakness for him. Drives offense well. Good offensive threat metrics. Involved at the offensive blue line really, really well. You know, I like Berard a lot. I think that at that pick, I mean, I would have thought he would have been a guy that I would have pushed for as high as the 3rd. All right, the Flyers get the pick now. All right, sweet. Andre's okay. I'm not a huge fan of him. I think he's hard to project, which kind of spooks me. But he's okay. Greetings from the Netherlands. Hello. Elliot Denoyer. Don't have much to say about Denoyer. I like Wisdom a lot. Zaid Wisdom's a great player, I think. I think he's going to make it to the NHL just because he wants to. Good player. Hard worker, physical guy. I like him. The Hawks, I think, in Reichel, I think they got a good power play guy, but I think he's a really, really good 5-on-5 player as well. You know, really raw, but I think he can develop into something really interesting. I would say middle 6 complementary scorer. Like, he's not going to drive the bus on a line, but he'll be a very good complement to a guy who can drive the bus. Did you have a strong preference between Byfield and Stützle? Yes, Byfield. I'm a good power play player. Thoughts on the Jets after 3 picks so far? I think they've done pretty well. Perfetti is a great pickup. Torgerson is a great pickup at 40, I think. And Johannesson, perfect value. I think they've done really well. Quietly very effective. What do I think of Ovechnikov? I'm not surprised he's still available. Might be a guy that I take late and see what happens. Does Foodie at 75 make up for Barron at 25? It certainly offsets it. I just don't really like Justin Barron from what I've seen. But if he figures out how he was last year and plays a little bit better in his own end, then sure, I could see it. It's just a risk that I probably wouldn't have taken at that pick considering who was on the board. Like, that's the thing. I really try not to judge the picks too hard immediately unless it's like, oh, geez, like this guy was healthy all year and still not great. Thank you for the donation, Tricky Ricky. Where do you have Joni Yermo in your rankings? Top 40. I think he was 39. I love Yoni Yermo. Watch my video on him. He's a ton of fun to watch. I think he's going to make a great Canuck. What about Pavel Novak? I wouldn't be surprised if Novak went undrafted. His skating is just not good. Any team having a bad draft? I don't know. I wouldn't categorize anyone's draft on the draft day as bad. My guys, even that I pick, could turn out to be very bad. I hope not, but they could. Habs took Dolbish. Okay. How are the Devils doing? I think they're up and down. Their first 2 picks I thought were great. Then they took Mukumadulin. Bleh. But Dawes, Edwards, and Shane, I think, are great picks for depth in the draft. Also, how is the draft still going? You're telling me, man. I just asked my wonderful assistant for Advil. I'm like, this area of my body is starting to hurt, and my lungs are hurting from talking so much. Please tell me Vierling and Berard make up for for taking Schneider. It helps, certainly. I really like Berard. Vierling, I think, is a good plug-and-play guy. I don't know what he turns into, but he's okay. How many years until it's fair to evaluate a draft performance? I would say 5-ish. Do you track how well your rankings compared to how the players turn out? A little bit. I've gone back in the years past and really tried to dig into what makes right, what calls I made that were good and what weren't. I think it'll be interesting to see how this year projects into the future, because this is the year that I actually spent many hours sitting and watching games and shifts and players over and over and over. So before it was a lot more data focused. This year it's a lot more of both, and I think this is more where my wheelhouse is. Do you think this draft marks the final rebuilding draft for any team? I don't know what that means. Yeah, Detroit taking Mancini would make sense. But I would like him to last until 153, personally. He's the best defenseman available for me right now. I love Victor Mancini. I think he's a really, really good player. And I think he's taken a good step this year as well. And he's very young. Thoughts on the Sens draft? I think they've missed on a lot of value, personally. They're going to end up with some okay players. I think Grieg's going to play. I think Järventi's going to try to play. I think he could get there, and if he does, he's going to be good. Sokolov, you got to hit the ground running, buddy. I don't know if it's enough, but he's got a good shot and some good skill. Stützle, I thought was a fine pick at 3. Maybe not the guy I would have gone for, but I would easily have taken him. Sanderson, big swing. I wouldn't have done it, but sure. Clevin trading up those 2 picks to take him. I don't know how you do that. Oh, damn. Nothing? No, it's fine. Yeah, I'll live. It's okay. Sean Farrell could be a steal for Montreal. Who asked that? Oliver Latendresse. Yeah, I really, really like Sean Farrell. I really thought about taking him at 122, but I did not. But I think Sean Farrell's going to play that bottom 6 type game with upside to be more if the skill comes another step. I really like Sean Farrell. Do you see a team that's picked up the final pieces to complete their rebuild? New York, I think, is going to start a bounce back. I hope the Devils start one now. I think the Kings probably should start looking about not being in the basement anymore. But yeah. Do you think with the pandemic and the uncertainty with the CHL, it's safer to take European players? That's entirely possible. Especially CHL teams with a lot of teams in the States. I can absolutely understand why people might be a bit skittish. But yeah, I think Europeans are going to be doing better for the immediate future. Holy smokes, can we please get these picks going? Oh, nice. Oh, Toronto traded up, all right. The last one. The last one in the house. I wonder who they're trading up for. So who did they trade then? Or what did they trade? I would love to know. Hey, Oliver. Well, Olivier, welcome. I really like Oscar Magnuson Gundeep. I do. I like him a lot. I think he's a good player. Skilled. Flying under the radar. I think it's been good. He'll be a good player. Jack, thank you for the donation. I am trying to survive. So Toronto picked whom? So they traded. Oh, it looks like they bought a. Yeah, they moved up from 137. So they traded 153 and another pick, I guess. A pick later. So they traded. So 153 becomes 137. I am going to take Victor Mancini. Did they take Ovchinnikov? Seriously? Did they really? Holy smokes, they took Dmitry Ovchinnikov. I would have thought you could have gotten him later. I was going to use one of my 7ths on him. Oh, and they traded 211. Okay, or 212 or whatever pick that is. So I'll take that off. Wow. Wow, the Toronto Maple Leafs got Dmitry Ovchinnikov. I would have picked him later. I didn't think you would have needed to trade up and pick him, but wow. I think that could be a great pick. You know, like Pashin, I already have. Ovchinnikov would have been more of the same of what I've already been drafting. I really like Victor Mancini. I like the story. I like the player. And I would have thought Ovchinnikov was available later, but I guess not. Like Dmitry Ovchinnikov, I'll show you some tape of him. Here. Like, he was a big wild card for the draft. So where is he here? So he gets the pick here, or gets the puck here and wheels up. Yeah, he just goes. He just goes. I think they've been watching my videos. Here he goes again. Zoom, zoom. What else do we have here? Yep. That's not so bad. Yeah, I really, really like Ovchinnikov. He was definitely on my list to pick up, but, I mean, if he goes here, that's okay. I still am okay with taking Victor Mancini. The biggest reach or absolute dud? Oh, jeez. Oh, Berryozkin. Maxim Berryozkin is okay. I mean, I don't think he projects very well. Edmonton drafted Danejkin last year. So he's on the same program. I probably would have pushed for Tutniev instead. Tutniev might be my guy at 168, if I'm being honest. I'm kind of kicking myself now that I know Ovchinnikov is off the board, but I gotta live with the decisions that I make. 144 pounds opens people's eyes. Well, if only there was a solution to that problem. Caulfield and Lindmark. Yeah, I think Farrell's a great pickup for Montreal for sure. Oh my God, Pittsburgh, come on. I've had like yogurt for breakfast. What's for dinner? No, I'm not ordering it. I don't have any money. NHL score is just position, age, and league adjusted production. So over 20 is usually first round level production. Who is Pashin? I'll show you who Pashin is. Let me see. Pashin's wearing 34 here. He's wrapping around the back here, cuts in front. Almost awesome. Again, like almost. But he's also just a hard-working guy on the ice. A really, really hard worker. Causes that breakup, sets that pass up, and then just moves pucks up the ice. Here he goes. We just leaves that guy behind. Not bad. Holy crap. Quick order of your next favorite, or of your favorite defenseman for next year. Oh man, I don't even know. Edvinsson certainly, I think right now, headlines it. Lambos is not far behind. Brant Clark also is up there. Holy crap. This is really painful. I don't know how they did it. This league just does not want people to be fans of it. It's really weird. It doesn't seem like they just want... It doesn't seem like they want fans. So Colorado acquires the pick. All right. I thought it was 30 seconds per pick too, Amar. I thought so too. I don't feel like it's particularly healthy. This is bad for my health. But I do it because I love it. I have water. You can live off of water for weeks. Matthew Savoy or Shane Wright? I take Shane Wright. Ryder Rolston to Colorado. Okay. All right, Carolina, let's go. Can we please have a run of like 15 players going off the board here? That would be great. How fast was last year? I remember it being over around this time last year. I could be wrong. What are your thoughts on Jacob Dion? I don't have any tracking, but I like him. I think he could fly completely under the radar for a long time in this draft. I'm really unhappy about passing on Ovchinnikov for Mancini, but I think a right-handed defenseman that can play is beneficial. And Ovchinnikov, I mean, I gambled that he was available later and failed. Can't win them all, but I still feel pretty good about Amirov, Gushchin, Fudi, and Pashin. Yeah, Brad Lambert, Shane Wright, or Matt Savoy for first in 2022. I think I go Lambert, but Wright is not far behind. Those two might be in a two-horse race. Oh, wow. The Leafs did not qualify Frederic Gauthier. The end of an era. How high did you have Columbus as first rounder? I didn't. Watched your 16 minutes on Yoni Yurmo. Thank you. It's a good pickup at 82. I think he's got a lot of potential. I'm not surprised Mietinen's back. Can you say what? Can you? I like it. I like Evgeny Yaksentyuk a lot. I think he deserves to be picked at some point. Josh Lawrence, mixed bag. I think if he was the 217th pick in the draft, he could do a lot worse. How much better at the top end is 2021 versus 2020? Definitely better for defensemen. But I'm not sure there's like a Lafreniere talent or a Byfield talent. But Ratu is good. Oh my god. What went wrong with Jeremy Bracco? He never evolved his game. I always came away impressed with his skill and creativity, but he just never built the strength enough on his feet or the team level play to really put it all together in the NHL, I don't think. As an AHL player, a lot of power play production, decent transition player, but I just think that there wasn't enough of an ability to attack the net and make plays at a high pace, especially at 5-on-5. Let alone the defensive game just wasn't quite there. I think someone's going to give him a chance, but he might be a guy that bounces up AHL, NHL for the rest of his career. I don't know. That's my hunch. Who's the Tom Wilson of this draft? Probably a guy like Will Cooley or Luke Tuck, maybe. Following this draft has been exhausting. You're telling me. Of course the Kings traded up. Why are they calling Mohamedulin? He's not what? Okay, so Kings. Yeah, Bracco I just don't think Bracco showed enough to be a full-time NHLer. I just think he's a high-skill guy that just didn't have enough in the tank. Like, he was always a good player, but like all the guys that I'm drafting, like you just got to hope that there's enough in the tank that they can get there, because if they work out, they work out. But like Bracco's not a bottom six guy, and he wasn't going to crack the top six in Toronto. There's no way. And I think that Bracco wanted to leave, so I think they just were like, you know what, we can't find you a partner, so let's just let you go wherever you want. I think it's fine. I think someone else is going to pick him up, you know, and give him a chance, but just didn't work out in Toronto, I don't think. Oh, that's nice. I'm just gonna send a link from the Lincoln Stars Twitter profile that I just saw. That's nice. Okay, so they picked Ben Meehan. I've seen Ben Meehan play a little bit. He's got some nice skill. Yeah, I've seen him play a little bit. Sure. I like the skill that he shows. I know someone like JD Burke brings him up a lot. He's all right. I like the skill that he shows. I haven't seen a tremendous amount, but offensively as a defenseman, I think he's pretty good. Yeah, Michkov is probably the next big player out of Russia. Miroshnichenko is not too far back. Team scouting is just the guys I would have picked at the slots where Toronto picks, just to check my own work and build a roster of guys I would have picked. And I really am kicking myself about the last one. Even though I really believe in Mancini, I believe in Ovchinnikov as well. I just hoped that he would fall longer, but this has happened before to me. I guess this is how the draft can work. You pick someone that you think won't be available later, like Pashin, and here he is, and we're in the later rounds of the draft. Okay. Thoughts on Jan Mysak for Montreal? I think that's a good value pick there. I'm not entirely sure he works out, but he's good. He's a good player. I don't know how much there is there, but he's a good transition guy. He's an okay transition player, but his passing ability is kind of mediocre. But he's a good scorer, I think. Isaac Phillips to Chicago. Okay. Oh, Carson Bantle to Arizona. All right. Carson Bantle's curious. I didn't have him ranked, but he was on my watch list for a little while. He's big, but he can evade guys, and he's got some decent skill. Really good shot. I don't mind that pick at all for Arizona, for sure. Colorado's up and down, I would say. They're doing okay. Some guys are pretty big picks, but there's a lot of risk there, too, in guys like Ryan Francis to Calgary. Is that what happened? Ryan Francis, I love that pick for Calgary. Yeah, Francis at 143 is a great pick. He helped enable a lot of what Sokolov did, in my view. Really good transition player. Let me see what I can pull up here for him. The Flames seem to really like these later on skill picks, and I don't blame them. Like, that's a nice move to put it out, and then, just continues to play positively there. Like, escapes that pressure pretty well, pretty strong on his feet for a little guy. Might would have liked him to make a play there, but, you see the wheels are turning, and that's kind of the key to a lot of this. Best team scouting value pick from previous drafts? Probably Adam Fox. I picked Adam Fox, and I have not looked back since. That's this guy here. 62nd overall in 2016. I think instead that would have been Carl Grundstrom for Toronto, but I took Adam Fox. I couldn't believe he was available. And I have not looked back, and that one feels pretty good. Uh, Jacob Truscott's off the board to Vancouver. Okay. I know Truscott has his fans. I think he's okay, but I haven't liked his puck play. Vancouver's done okay though. I think Yoni Yermo's going to be that guy that works out for them. And getting a player that works out when you don't have a first or a second round pick is a win. Yeah, I didn't like Kunz really that much, but yeah, Truscott's okay, I guess. It's funny, Victor Mancini has now, in 9 games, just under half of his point total from last year, which is pretty fun. Yeah, I mean, turning Grunstrom and Dursey into Muzzin works out fine, for sure. Thoughts on William Dufour and why he's still available? I don't really have an answer. I would have thought he would have been gone by now. Who could be the Mangiapane of this year's draft? I don't know. But I don't even really know what that means. New best name in the draft at 145. Ole! Oh, they took Bjorkvik home. Okay. I've seen him a little bit. Defense first defenseman for Mississauga. Do I not have him on this list? I should. All right. Sabres didn't qualify Dominic Cahoon? Really? What? Weird. Cahoon's pretty good. I don't know what happened there, but all right. Stars that will light it up. Yeah, I don't know why the Sabres wouldn't have picked him. That's weird. Not even qualifying him, eh? Yeah, I mean, if Cahoon is a free agent now, I mean, I would call him. Let's go. I'm not surprised the Red Wings didn't qualify Bowie. Yeah, Cahoon's good. Like, I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, maybe they're afraid of arbitration. That could be true. This is... We're going to be here until like 10 p.m. at this rate. I mean, I'm not going anywhere in case people were wondering. I'm not going to leave. I'm not calling it a day. I might need to get my chair and sit down for a bit. But I'm putting in the miles tonight. I'm supposed to go back to my regular job tomorrow, so I can't get too out of control. But Actually, I'm gonna be right back. This is gonna be worth it. I swear to God. I should have done this before. 1 second. All right, I'm back. So I have something to show. A few months back, I ordered this because I really, really liked it. And I think this is one of the most beautiful jerseys in sports. I'm so excited, I'm out of breath. Whew. I had to run all the way up to my bedroom because I thought this was where it was, but now I'm out of shape. Oh boy. Anyway, to celebrate this, because I was embarrassed at first because I didn't think he would get drafted at all. But now that he's been drafted, and funnily enough to the Toronto Maple Leafs, I've got one of these. How about that? Not bad. It's a beautiful jersey. I highly recommend it. I like to wear it. It's fun. And I'm really happy that this kid got drafted. I'm really, really happy. LutchUSA.com. One of the most beautiful jerseys in the world. Powder blue on dark blue is sick. I feel a little bit better about buying this now. I really like this kid. He's my boy. Yeah, it's the sick. It's awesome. Like it's awesome. I honestly didn't think he was going to get drafted for a while. So I was really scared, but now I'm glad he was. I was going to get an SKA jersey with Murat on the back, but I didn't because the shipping was way too much. I'm a big fan of Dmitry Ovchinnikov. I'm glad he got picked. And funnily enough, he might be in my yard in the next few years. Is he going to play? I don't really care. I just like him. I'm happy for him. I think that's enough for now. How much did that cost you business expense? I don't remember. And I'm not just saying that because it might have been a lot, but usually their jerseys are relatively inexpensive. But yeah, it was a business expense technically. So that one might get framed and put on the wall, especially if he works out. Pavel Novak to Montreal or to Minnesota. Novak is a good pick at 146, I think. Tampa. Nope. I don't think I had Duro. No. I did not track Isaac Phillips, by the way. Lutch USA is where I get those Russian jerseys from. I have a couple of them. They're nice. Not gonna get a Shakir jersey? No. I really like Bear Hughes, actually. I'm impressed that he got a pick. He's a good story. You know, I think that's enough to be worth a pick at the end of the draft. Might have been a bit high, but this is a guy who was playing like house league hockey a year ago. Pretty wild. I'm starting to stink. That might be a little bit of too much information, but I've been living in this under multiple lights for a while, and it's getting unpleasant. So it'd be nice if we just kind of rolled this thing along here, NHL, Pittsburgh Penguins, let's go. Am I going to have the jersey signed? I mean, if I get the chance, yes, for sure. I wanted to make it a bit of a tradition for me to just, because I collect jerseys, I've got a giant bin of them. I have a Stützle jersey in there. If Josh Tessler is watching, if Joshua Tessler's watching, he got me a Stützle jersey overseas when he was in Germany. So thank you very much for that, Josh. I can actually grab that. One sec. Like it, it's a jersey. I mean, it's got a giant eagle on it, and the old number 8, and the actual spelling of his name of Timoth Stützle. Oh, what am I doing? What's happening? Stützle. But yeah, like every year I kind of want to find a guy that I just really, really like and pick up a jersey. And of Chinnikov, I bought the jersey because I was really hype on him, and I couldn't find a good resource to get a Kuznetsov jersey. So we'll probably do the same thing next year. Who needs Quinn or Jack when you could have Bear? Very true. Can you link the jersey site? Sure. Why is Passion being passed on? Because he's small and plays in Russia. He's small, plays in Russia, and he's not super strong on his feet. But personally, I am a huge fan of Alexander Pashin. I think over the next few years, considering also he's an August birthday, and he's been playing in the KHL a little bit this year already, I think he's going to have a good future. Mason Langenbrunner. Okay. Oh, we have a few picks off the board here. Rivas Ansons. So the Latvian goes to the Pittsburgh Penguins. What pick are we at? 149. World Series champion. That has a nice ring to it. A lot of these guys I'm going to need to add to the list here. Please don't use the word bloodlines. Come on now. How is LA's draft going? So far so good, I think. All around. Let's see. Yeah, like Byfield, great pick. Grantz at 35, great pick. Brock Faber at 45, solid. Simon Taval at 66, I thought was great value. Laferriere, whatever. I mean, in the third round, I haven't seen enough of Laferriere to really not like it, but just what I've seen doesn't really move the needle for me. Markkanen, goalie. Chromiak, I wouldn't have picked, but at 128, sure, you take that risk. Ben Meehan, I think, shows interesting flashes of skill. Not a guy I would have pushed for really hard, but whatever. It's not the end of the world. I have not seen Rivas Anson's play, or at least not enough to form a really good opinion on him. His data doesn't really stand out for multiple reasons, but he's whatever. He's at this rate, you just take who you like and pray, even though there might be some good players that are still available. Detroit's doing really well. I mean, I wouldn't have drafted Alex Cotton. I think he's really overrated. Bednar, goalie, we'll see. Stange, have seen a bit of, never really saw a whole lot. But I like the Vero pick, Niederbach pick, Wallander pick, Raymond pick. Mediocre, I would say, on Hannes and Sabrango, especially in the range where they picked them. But, you know, those Hannes especially has some good skill and good offensive ability. And I know he has his fans out there. Oh, Casper Pudio. Okay, so Dufour and Pudio are gone. Yo, Bear Hughes' real name is Cassius. Cassius Hughes. That's awesome. Dufour is a good pick for the Islanders. I think that's a good Barry Trotz, Lou Lamoriello player. He plays hard, he can skate well, decent offensive ability, but he's a good player. Daniel Ljungman goes off. He was on my watch list. He was a guy I would have picked late, but he's had a great start to the year. I like that pick for Dallas. So is that Dallas's second pick of the draft? I feel like that is. Oh, it's their third. Stranges. Bork, Stranges, and Ljungman. Interesting. Why does Boston keep pulling from the USHL? I don't know. All right, the Senators. To close out the 5th round. Yeah, Florida picking Pudio is a good pickup. I like Pudio. But considering they drafted Neubeck, would they draft yet another tiny Euro? I mean, why not? Draft good players. Who cares about how big they are? Draft good players. Oh, didn't mean to close that. Yeah, we're getting there, finally. What's the move after the draft? Food and nap? No, I don't think I'll go to bed. I'll celebrate a bit that it's over. Watch some King of the Hill. Do you like any of Nickel, Galimov, and Moore? Galimov is an interesting pick. I'm not a huge fan of Nickel. Ian Moore I've seen a bit of. I just think that's a project. Those are 3 interesting picks. Galimov is the one that's most well developed, but he's 21, so it's kind of expected. Oh my god, the Ottawa Senators, come on. Yeah, they love the bloodlines, but these guys worked in the NHL. Like, I bet that's a factor to a lot of people, is this guy's dad was a bottom sixer in the NHL, therefore he will be too, so let's draft him in the 6th round. Even though Mason Langenbrunner was like well under a point per game in high school. Ottawa better be trading this pick. This is ridiculous. Thank God I woke up late. No kidding. It takes time to sort their lists by worst player. That's funny. Also, yeah, if Mirakus Nudinov is watching, here you go. Here's your award. If not, I'll just keep it for next year for this guy. What I thought was a giraffe for some reason. I mean, it's coronavirus, so I kind of wanted to get in and out as quickly as possible. So, yeah. Oh my word. Most interesting pick of the draft so far is by far Yegor Chunikov. Like, by far. Like, he's on an island on another planet of the most interesting pick. I'm not going to jump all over it because I don't know, maybe I don't know, but it's fascinating to me. So that's the one. Eric Engstrand. Who is that? A double again. They did. This is the Victor Lodin pick. I do kind of like Oscar Tellstrom. I think he's good. Maybe late in the draft you pick him. Eric Engstrand. So I guess they're not like is there not a time limit? Because that was like a solid 5 minutes to make that pick. I mean, this is like Victor Lodin all over again. Their second 20-year-old. I don't know what it is. They like drafting older players. I don't get it. Kyle Lecoin. Again, bloodlines. What's going on? I think he's Adrian's son. Nick Capone. I don't think I have him. Well, no, what I'm saying is that Victor Lodin was a twice undrafted player that kind of had mediocre at best results against men. Why is Pashin your number one? Because he's really, really fast, really, really skilled, great shooter, great playmaker. The only question is size, and that doesn't really factor in as much for me. Nick Capone. Casper Pudia loves dogs. Oh, boy. Here go the Ottawa Senators taking 20 minutes again. Yeah, I don't know anything about Kyle Coin, to be honest. I'm just being... whatever. Oh, good. Okay. I mean, he's not that big. Detroit. He's not that big. But yeah, Engstrand is a big boy. How have the Canucks done so far? Pretty well, I think, overall. Up and down. Pretty good. Sens took Daou. Philippe Daou. Another guy that I don't even have on my list. Like, Luke Reed is still on the board. Like, if we're talking about defensemen who can play and skate and all that stuff, I thought Luke Reed would have been a guy that would have gone, but... How have the Leafs' last 2 and 3 picks have been? Pretty solid. I like the Ovchinnikov pick. It's a big swing in the dark, but I like it. I wouldn't have drafted Villeneuve, but, you know, I like his personality. And he's an interesting offensive player, but boy, there's a lot of work to be done with him. Like, it's not a hopeless pick, but there's a lot of work. Mercury. Interesting. You know, like seeing Pashin slip this far, a guy who Russia plays on their international team and all that, you know, like everyone at this point is a huge risk, but like you're hoping that other players, like this happens every year, you're hoping that certain players that you're drafting develop into good high impact players overall. But you have a player who's a good high impact player at junior level who already has been playing against men and is a KHL player. Just because he's small, you devalue him. I don't know. I mean, he's a project, but all these guys are projects, and a lot of these guys, in my view, need more work. You know? I guess we'll see. Like, VT Miettinen is still available. Oh, the Ducks took Sundsvik. Nice. I like Albin Sundsvik. I think that's a good pickup. Really quiet and unassuming center who still produces really good results. I think that's a good pick for the Ducks. I think that's a good value pick late. I'm a fan. Is Baumgartner off the board? Wow, the Devils pick Baumgartner. That's a great pick. Baumgartner. Dang, I was hoping to get him late. They must be watching my videos. Yeah, I like that guy a lot. He's a really good player. Like, that guy could easily, like, as a 2 times overage player, that guy could easily hit the league quicker than we all think. One more good year in Switzerland, and he's got a lot of potential. I really like Benjamin Baumgartner. Again, like, he's the second best player at driving high danger shot attempts, and he does it against men in the Swiss league. Yeah. Really good pickup for New Jersey there. Did I? Oh, whoops. There we go. Fixed. Yeah, I've seen a bit of Mercury, but nothing that I would write home about. I mean, I just don't know about prep school guys ever. All right, we're coming up on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 picks until I get to go. I've already got Pashin under my belt. Pashin and Mancini. Oh, Dallas took Oksentiuk. Nice. Nice. I like that pick. Dallas is having a quiet, good draft for a team that was in the Stanley Cup final. Let's pull them up here. Yeah, like Ljungman and Oksentiuk are good, I think, good options. Maverick Bork, like a lot of aggressive goal scorers here. You know, really, really high energy players that have offensive talent. I really like this group. I mean, I'm not a huge Antonio Stranges fan at all. But I mean, if Antonio Stranges were the guy at 162 and Ljungman and Oksentiuk were 123 and 154, I wouldn't be so mad. And then Maverick Bork, I think, could be a steal in the first round. So Dallas has done really well. All right, Will Cranley. Will Cranley to the St. Louis Blues, baby. $163. Oksentiuk was a good pick. That's a good pick for Dallas. Tyrell Bauer. Who is that? No idea. There's going to be some guys I need to go back and watch. Sunsvik does play a little bit heavy. He's more of a physical player, but he's effective. Project top 2 forward lines and deep pairings for the Devils in 2 seasons. Sorry, but no, man. I'm not doing that. Thoughts on McLennan? I'm not surprised he's available still. I didn't have him ranked. I just am not a fan of his game. I don't think it's projectable at all. Matt Rempe. Interesting pick. I don't hate it for the New York Rangers there. I thought I had him here. All right. Rempe is really big. They did this last year or 2 years ago with Adam Edstrom. Just a really big and effective player. We'll see if it projects, but he's okay. Why is VT Miettinen not gone yet? Small volume shooter that doesn't get inside and he plays on a bad team. Would I take him? Absolutely. But why the NHL hasn't taken him? That's why. Are you surprised Miettinen is available? No, I'm not surprised. I mean, I'm not surprised, but he should be gone by now. Rory Kierans is a guy that could be a good pick now. I like Kierans. I have him ranked at 93. Yeah, those are guys. Benjamin Baumgartner, my thoughts on him are very well documented. He's a very good hockey player. I think he's got all the potential in the world. Oh, of course Nashville takes Luke Reed. They love guys like Luke Reed in Nashville. Good pickup there for Nashville. I like that. So 2 more picks. Will I take VT at 168? No. I don't think so. Colorado, just don't take the guy that I'm thinking about here. Come on, Colorado. Just don't. Just don't. A lot of people asking about what teams are bad. I'm gonna have to dig through it, but I don't really categorize drafts as bad the day of the draft. Can someone please explain what NHL E-score is? Yes, I can. It's age, position, and league adjusted production rates. So usually around 20 is like first round value in general. But it gets pretty wonky when you go to the European leagues. They can get a little bit wonky and greasy. With the Jets' final pick, I don't know. No, I was not going to take Niels Oman. No, not Niels Oman. So my pick's going to be Tutniev. I'm taking Pavel Tutniev. Yep. Colorado. I could have sworn I had him on my list, but I guess I didn't. This guy sounds like DJ Khaled. Did they oh my god, they took VT Miettinen. That's hilarious. Dude, Toronto is just having a day. Good for them. They're having a huge draft. I mean, yeah. Rodion, Hirvonen, Niemela, bang, bang, bang. Boom, boom, boom. Aktiama, we'll see. Villeneuve, I'll survive. And then Ovchinnikov, Miettinen. Like, the Leafs could easily end up with at least 4 players out of this draft, in my view. Like 4 game in, game out players, I think. That's insane. They've just let other teams take whatever they want. Yeah, Toronto's drafting off my list because it seems like I know what I'm doing, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, and the Leafs still have 4 picks left. Yeah, VT is a good pickup, especially here. Like, let's see, what do I have here? Where is he here? I've lost track of who that was. So he's number 24. Gets the puck there. Pass. Gets the puck again behind the net. Pass. I don't know how he spotted that guy. He's in transition here. Boom, shot. And then he jumps into the play again. Gets the puck back. Calls it a day. I mean, Miettinen is a good player. I mean, I really think that him being on a bad team really like. So he's number 24, just gets the puck there, thinks for a second, hesitates, opens up the defense, and picks a guy. Really, really good player. I think Miettinen at 168, it's a bit of a risk because I think his pace is a little bit low and his volume shooting is a little bit concerning. But I like him. I really like that pick at 168 for Toronto for sure. Who is Engaras? Wow, he's a 21-year-old. Well, he's a guy. I didn't know you could draft NCAA players that are that old, but sure. How'd you start getting into scouting? I've always been a draft geek for as long as I can remember, and then the analytics thing kind of pushed me over the edge, and now I'm completely lost. I'm lost to the universe. Yeah, 8-1 score. Yeah, that was kind of normal. It's bad. Chase Yoder off the board. Okay. I've never really seen a ton of Chase Yoder that really jumps off the page, but at this rate, take who you like, I guess. I like Jacob Dion, for sure. I just think this draft is relatively defense weak. Oh, man. Of course the Habs took Gordon. Wow. That guy plays like he weighs 400 pounds. I mean... Yeah, Gordon's got a good shot, but gee whiz. That's a big boy. That's the Kisa Mudinov pick all over time, or all over again. If a team offered you a job, would you take it? Yes, I would. I don't want to be a YouTuber forever, personally. Yeah, Edmonton's draft is a bit of a miss, I think. Let me see. Like, I liked the Holloway pick. Tullio was a great pick. I don't think Barry Oskin projects well. Carter Savoy, I think he's got a long way to go. Engaras, I can't say positive or negative things about him. I have no idea. I can only watch so many guys in a year. Chad Yetman. Didn't have him on the list. They're going to mention how big he is. Ready? Yep. The Rangers are doing pretty well, I think. Calgary, I think, is doing really well. But I have to check. Philip Barkman, interesting. BT Mietin is not a big player. What the heck are you talking about? Is that right? Yeah. All the people asking about how would you rate the draft, wait for the discussion, I would say, as well at this point, wait for the discussion coming with Rachel Dory. We'll be able to dissect this as much as you want. But I mean, the Rangers I thought have been up and down. New Jersey also up and very down. I did not skip over Montreal taking Gordon. He's there. Toronto might be watching the stream for sure. Pashin and Suchkov would be two really good picks here for Toronto. Like, I would certainly think about taking those two guys down the road. We're going to do it tomorrow and then put it up online probably Friday. So by the weekend, you'll have it. And then there will be the recap series that I'm going to film over the weekend. But those will take a few weeks to come out. Usually it'll be one a day. I don't get it. What, who cares how many brothers someone has? Yeah, like Toronto, I think could pick up some really good players for the rest of the draft. They still have what, 4 more picks? Like if you end up with Tuteniev, Suchkov, I think. Even if you don't want someone small, like Oscar Tellstrom could be a good pickup. Maurizier Ortiz could be a good Leaf. Who am I thinking for 177? I'll never tell. Oh, Calgary took Cairns. That's a good pick. I like Rory Cairns. He's one of the guys that stood out for me on Sault Ste. Marie. So Calgary's not afraid to get creative at the end of the draft for sure. And by creative, I mean just draft good players. Like there's a lot of galaxy braining going on here. Like maybe we can turn this guy into this. No, I as far as I know, Toronto's got 1, 2, and then a 7th. Yeah, they have 3 picks. Wait, what did I miss? I could have sworn they had 2 more 7ths. 1. Yeah, Toronto has 4 more picks. Should the Leafs take Mancini? Yes, he's a big right-handed shot who is learning how to skate more and more. Really good defensive numbers in my tracking. Really, really interesting player. Oh, they took Zlodiev. Vancouver. That's a nice pickup for Vancouver. Like, I'm not a huge fan of him, but I can understand why he got picked. He's a creative offensive playmaker. I like him. But not enough to rank him. But around here, sure, I could, they could do worse. Yeah, Ethan Cardwell would also be a good Leaf. Johannesson. All right. I like Johannesson, but yeah, like I said in my live streams, like late round pick, sure, take a swing. He's more of an offensive leaning player, but his defense is almost non-existent at times. He's a little older, but that's okay. I think he's a good player. So who do I take here? Pashin's off the board. Tutiev's off the board. I mean, the best player available to me is Magnuson. And Mancini's off the board already. Like, we're getting down to it here. Let's, like, I want Magnuson. I'm gonna take Ethan Cardwell. Let's do it. The Leafs took Rindell? Okay, they took Rindell. Rindell's okay. I wouldn't have done it, but he plays with Mikko Kokkonen, so I guess that's where that connection is. So my team will now be adding Ethan Cardwell, this guy. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. So we will add the name Ethan Cardwell to the list. In my opinion, who's the best player still available? I think it's Pashin. I mean, he has the highest potential. I like Magnuson as well. A lot of really, really young players too, like Cardwell. I'm amazed Mancini's still available. I mean, especially for how many eyes were on Frölunda this year, but such is life. Oh, the Flyers took McLennan. All right. I mean, I guess that's a just take the best player left. Because McLennan isn't terrible, but I don't think I would have picked him. His skating isn't great. His pace isn't great. He's not very involved in transition at either end. Yeah. I don't mind Rindell at all. I think that he's got some good skill, but his skating is where he's a weakness. What am I doing? Garen Bjorklund, okay. So the Leafs get another pick. I took Cardwell. You know what? I think I'm going to take a goalie. Let's go with a goalie. I'm going to take Nikolaev. Screw it. 6th round pick. I don't know who to take. Let's take Nikolaev. Thoughts on Justin Sortif? I like him. Hard worker, plays hard, decent skill. I think he's going to be a really good. I think he's going to be a really good WHL player, and from there, who knows? Joe Miller. Who is Joe Miller? Okay, extremely young. Okay. Going to University of Minnesota, high school guy. I've never seen him play, so I can't say anything, but okay. Yes, the draft is still going. Amazingly. We're not even done the 6th round yet. It's almost 6:30. I don't have any thoughts on Bjorklund. I don't know. No offense, but I have no idea. Goalies are weird. That's what I know. It's 181st overall right now. So 2 more picks. 2 more names to add to the list. Yeah, I'm sure they're just taking a flyer on him. Who knows? Alexander Gordon is a gigantic boy who shoots the puck good. And by gigantic, I mean beefy. He's a beefy boy. I don't know if it's muscle or fat or what, but he's very big. He plays like he's heavy. and he can shoot it. Mirakus Nadinov made a good job of himself sending pucks to Gordon to put in the net, and he does a good job of that. I mean, man, at this rate, Pashin might go undrafted. I don't know. I'd be surprised, but at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if teams just dropped him off. Again, another guy the Ottawa Senators are picking that I have no idea exists. Buffalo or Boston took Riley Duran. Okay. Would you rather have 2 seconds or 5/4? I mean, in this year's draft, I'd rather have 5/4. Like, I don't even know who Cole Reinhardt is. Again, Ottawa drafting the old guys. Brandon Wheat King's winger, who was a point per game. Okay, I mean, I guess he's going to go back for a year in Brandon. All right. I mean, yeah, Pashin going undrafted would surprise me, but it wouldn't surprise me because it's the NHL, and I think they see his size and get scared. But I ain't scared. Nice. I like the Islanders taking Rajan Yemi. He's huge. He's a big boy. Skates okay. Good defensive results. You could do a lot worse. Ba-da-da-da-da. PPE needs. So 2 more picks on the board. I know. I'm not saying I agree with the thing about Pashin, but I'm saying that's probably what the conventional wisdom is out there. Noah Ellis. Interesting. Not a bad pick for Vegas there. I don't mind it. I never quite saw the hype that some people had for him, but yeah. Tom Wilson probably couldn't catch Alex Pashin after Alex Pashin gets a few years of training under his belt, especially if Tom Wilson degrades at some point in his career. Gogolev is... What do I have him rated as? Yeah, Gogolev is a D+2. Remy Poirier, all right, goalie. All right, we still have one more round. Tony, I can't check my DMs right now. I have no time. Ah, Tampa took Miftakov. Interesting. Miftakov is a fun player to watch. I'm glad he finally got drafted. Just stops pucks. He's athletic. Maybe a bit small, but he's good. Like, it's so weird. Like, the Ottawa Senators had a bazillion picks. Bazillion of them. Like, I guess that trade up to take Clevin is really something. Especially considering who Toronto got for it. Toronto might have two players that work out really well. Clevin might not be a thing. Yeah, I know it's a bit confusing. Sorry, Wesley. It's just to check my own work and to make sure I hold my own feet to the fire down the road. You thinking that Ottawa's draft is comparable to the 2000 Islanders draft? No, it's just like, again, it's like, what are you leaving on the board to get your guy? And I think there's a lot of younger talent. Like, where is Pavel Chutnev going to be in 2 years? He's a full 2 years younger than some of these guys. And it's a risk, sure. You have a shorter runway with the guys that are older, but you know what you're getting. But I mean, you know, I don't know. It's just very strange to me. Like, and at this point, like, Alexander Pashin is no more of a risk than Matthias Rajaniemi and Cole Reinhardt and, you know, Connor McLennan. Like, Alexander Pashin could turn Connor McLennan inside out all day, and Connor McLennan would never be able to catch up. So, you know, sometimes this just doesn't work out the way people think it does. It's craziness. But such is life. Like, even Oscar Magnuson should be gone. I'm surprised he's not gone. Why Rashad has dropped so much from last year, I don't know. I've seen him play a little bit. I just don't think he has the ability to put all of his talent together. I don't know, but I would really like the 7th round to get going at some point. I would like to go eat dinner. Please, can we get more picks? Do y'all have any more of those draft picks? Said whatever it was on the, I think it was Chappelle, Dave Chappelle. I think I'm going to go with just Russians for the rest of the draft. Привет, как дела? Бин шайба. How long does it take for you to prepare for these? I literally every night track games, every weekend track games. It takes all year. I would not be surprised to see Malik not get picked. He was trash in Sault Ste. Marie, but his team didn't give him much to work with. Yeah, Mancini or Pashin for the Leafs at the next pick. I mean, Mancini makes all the sense, I think. Cardwell's NHL is almost double Pashin. Yeah, I mean, Cardwell, though, that's a smaller sample. That's only his games in Barrie, which were very good. I really like Ethan Cardwell, though. I think he's a great pickup in this range if someone wants to take him. Or is he already gone? No, he's not. Yeah, Ethan Cardwell should be going at some point. He's a good player. Surprised Yusa Mayanpa is still here. No, not at all. He's extremely small and he has small people problems. Like, that's a small player that I wouldn't pick. I think that he's too much of a risk. I would like to see him next year and see what he does over the next season, but yeah. All right, 7th round has started. Okay. Keenan Draper. Did Chris Draper really... Keenan Draper. Is that Chris Draper's son? Wow, he drafted his own son. Oh, the NHL never change. There's... Okay. Sure. Draft your own son. He played at St. Andrews and was under a point per game. I mean, I guess. I just know that most St. Andrews guys haven't worked out. It's more often that they don't. But sure, I don't know. Bloodlines. All right, so by the end of the day, I'm going to have a shirt that says Bloodlines on it. And it's going to be really weird. And it's going to be on the Scouchwear shop, so check that out. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say he's bad because I've never seen him, and I'm sure a lot of you haven't either. No offense if you have, but I don't know. It's just a little weird that you draft your own son. But of course, it's the NHL, so what else is new? With the 187th pick, I draft my own boy because he's a special one. I like that. Chris Draper just drafted his son. What do you think of Linus Uberg? Oberg? I don't know about Oberg. I don't know anything about him. I don't think off the top of my head. I also feel like I'm going a little bit delirious at this point. So forgive me if I'm a little bit all over the place. Well, someone mentioned that Columbus might be trading up or trading for this pick. I don't know. But it's been about 10 minutes and we've got one pick in the 7th round done, so... Pretty sure they didn't have Draper at the top of their list. That's fair. Like, Keenan Draper, Alex Pashin. Keenan Draper, Alex Pashin. I'll take the guy who has never played for his international team over the guy who has been a point per game for his international team. Scouch, did you track Draper's love per 50? Maybe he's the lovingest boy. Oh, meat fists. You're on a roll today. I might have to hire you as a merchandise expert. What do you think about the Jets Swedes? I love it. Torgerson and Johannesson, great picks. I really love it. I'll take this pick for Montreal. I mean, if you want to just give it to me for nothing, if you can't decide at this point, just give it to me. What do I think of the Sharks taking Sealy, Rochette, or Pashin? I would definitely go for Pashin or Sealy. Cahoon's agent says he could still sign in Buffalo. Interesting. Would Pashin be your highest ranked prospect to go undrafted? Billy Constantinu was pretty high last year and he went undrafted. But yeah, I mean, he'd be pretty high. I mean, I knew it was a risk ranking him. I know there were outlets out there that, oh, Montreal traded the pick. I knew there would be people out there who don't have him on their list, but I can't ignore his talent. I think he has more than enough talent to overcome his size shortcomings. He works so hard on the ice. He moves so quickly. He's got such great skill and puck control for a small guy. Creative playmaker on top of being a creative scorer. I love him. I really love what Alex Pashin brings to the table, especially as a 7th round pick. I mean, I picked him in the 4th. Yeah, I think Pashin is a no-brainer in this range. Just no-brainer. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Toronto pick him because it's the 7th round and they picked Amirov. They would have seen him tons. I don't mind that the draft is 7 rounds, but they really got to put these guys on their heels a little. Oh wow, Montreal traded. I forget who it was, but someone said Montreal was going to draft Crevier. They traded the pick that became Crevier. Interesting. Louis Crevier is interesting. He is a giant. That's about where it starts and ends for me. All right, so for me here, what do I want here? I mean, I kind of want to take Magnuson. You know what? Because I've already got a pretty decent group of defensemen on Team Scouching, let's just do it. I'm taking Suchkov. I'm going to add Suchkov, tripling up on the UFA guys, but I really believe in all of them. Let's see. I mean, maybe Toronto's punting this pick. I don't get it. What's with the obsession about bad picks? It's literally the day these guys are being drafted. Judging the draft the day of the draft is always nutty. Especially if you're writing people off. That's a really good way to get them to prove you're wrong. Who is John Fusco? A screenwriter. They drafted a screenwriter. Okay, so a defenseman who plays at Dexter Southfield, who was undrafted last year. All right. Interesting. Some good players might go undrafted here. Like, really good players. Like, last year, every year I do a top 10 players that haven't been drafted. This is easy for me. Like, I don't know. Like, this one's going to be a lot easier. There's a lot of really good players who haven't gotten picked. Oh, the Kings took Otto Janssen. Nice. He's been off to a huge start. That's a 2020-21 pick. I like Otto Janssen. I wish I could have picked him, but I didn't. Interesting pick. He played the under 18 level last year. I don't think I would have picked him. I would have wanted to see what he does over the next year, but now I don't get that chance. Yes, I think Pashin would be the highest ranked guy I have to not be drafted. All right, Canucks are up. Uh, 189. Victor Persson, nice. That's a good pick. I like Persson, but I don't see a ton out of him. Decent one. Victor Persson is a person. Wow, Senators didn't qualify Anthony Duclair. That's curious. Yeah, the Kings picked Otto Janssen at 189, I think. Yeah, that's a pretty good haul for the Kings, I think. Byfield, Grants, Faber, Simone Tyval, Laferriere, Markkanen, whatever. Chromiak, Meehan, whatever. Janssen, interesting swing. Ah, Arizona has the pick. Yeah, I mean, there might be teams scared of arbitration these days because of coronavirus problems, but It is hilarious that someone named Alex Laferriere went in the draft this year. Holy crap, Arizona. They trade up and then they're like, eh, we'll see. What did you trade up for? It's the 7th round. Just pick a guy and move on. Holy smokes, you traded up. The Habs? Canadians? Gooley, Tuck. Yeah. Farrell, I think, is a great value. I think that could be a really, really good pick for them. Mishak, great value. I can't say much about Smith and Biondi. Gordon is an adventure. Dobish is a goalie, so who knows? Who is Elliot Ekfjord? Okay. An under 18 level player who played at the 2nd division under 20 level. He's big. You know anything about Angerus? No, I don't. Yeah, Ekfjord is a big boy. Ah, Likosin to Buffalo. Interesting pick. I like that one. Likosin's a good offensive defenseman. I like him. He's got some nice skill. He's agile. That's a good one. Now, Noah Beck. Don't know who that is. Man, really crazy names out there today. All right, last pick of the day. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Oh, Leafs took Shingathi. That's a good pick. He's good. I had him on my watch list. He's a good pick. I mean, he's a center, good two-way player from what I've seen. Good shooter. I think my pick would be let's go Brady Burns. I'll go Brady Burns on this one. So that's it. Brady Burns at 195. I'll take it. You have LA at 189. Technically, yeah, there was one forfeited pick in the draft, so that pushed everyone back a spot. Come on. 21 more picks. Oh my god. I can't believe I've stood up for this long. I feel great. Really great. A lot of dead air in the stream. Yeah, it's the 7th round. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. I'm also exhausted. I've been doing this for 7 hours. Yeah, I'm standing. I'm at a standing desk. See, watch. Look what happens. Yeah, I'm standing. You missed Toronto at 189 on your spreadsheet. What? 189? I don't think so. Wyatt Shingathi's not bad. Low, low risk. I like him. His data's good, but I saw a bit of him. He's fine. I don't know. I guess I can update this. Alex Young. Interesting pick for San Jose there. I've caught a bit of him in the past. Who just drafted Olis? He's a big boy. Yeah, of course, the Rangers. 196. Oh, John Fusco. Is that? Oh, that's why it's not up to date. Okay. Oh, Flyers took Ekmark. Nice. I like the Ekmark pick. That's a good one. He's a good scoring forward. Chasm. Sam Cosentino says. Oh, is Mikhail Shaligan actually watching this? Alex Young is an undrafted guy from last year. He's all right. I like his skill in tight. It's all good. If Mikhail Shaligan is watching, hello. I like that you shoot pucks well. Hello. Yo, did the Canes pick Pashin? They did do it, eh? Hell yeah. All right, let's go. Hell yeah. Hurricanes, Hurricanes, Hurricanes. Let's rock. No brainer. Oh, Spencer, thank you for the donation. Yep. Gosh, those analytical boys in Hurricanes land seem to be onto something here. Yikes. Who would have thought? Yeah, that's a great pick for Carolina. Yeah, the Canes are having a good night, or good day. It's night now, but yeah. Jarvis, Gunler, 2 really good picks. Ponomaryov, I'll take it, fine. Nikishin could be a bottom-end defender. Pashin video already exists, Emmanuel. He's out there. Newbeck is a good value at 115. Mercury, whatever, for 159. Pashin at 199 could be an absolute rock, just a rock star. Really, really good player. Overall, pretty good draft, but Jeremias Lindewall. Okay. What is Jeremias Lindewall? What is that? Well, he's been having a great start today, this year. So that's fun. Can't say I've ever noticed a tremendous amount. I watched Wallander a lot this year. Oh, 7th round, let's see. It's a Russian-heavy draft because the Russians have a really good group of players, I think. I really, really like the Russian group this year. Adam Raska to the San Jose Sharks. Okay. Tuukka Raska. All right. We're getting to the end here. 20, 30 more. No. Oh, geez. I don't even know how many more picks. 16? 16 more picks. I mean, someone should be taking Tuteniev. Someone should be taking Cardwell. Mancini not being drafted would surprise me, but whatever. He's a weird case study. Ah, Nashville takes Fontaine. I like Gunnar Wolf. It's also one of the best names in the draft. Greg Paterin. He's going to get drafted. I wouldn't be surprised if Detroit took Mancini here. Oh, Detroit took Chase Bradley. I like that pick. I like Chase Bradley. I mean, he played barely any minutes, but he produced well. That's a good we'll see pick. I like that pick. I was going to wait a year to see what he does, but I've seen him play. There's some really good data on him. I'll show you quickly. Let's flip over to this. Like, he does some really interesting stuff. Drives dangerous shot attempts really well. Not a great transition player right now, but he's young. And he's barely playing. I like the pick for Detroit there. It's a we'll see pick, but I dig it. Ben McCartney. Who are the highest value guys left? I'd say Magnuson, these guys. Magnuson, Chutinyev, Cardwell, Mancini. I just really like Suchkov. Brady Burns would be a good pick here. Riker Evans would be a really good pick here, I think. I like Mons Forsfjall. Alex Gaffney is small, but I think he'd be an interesting energy pick. There's a lot of them. Come on. Nice. That story about Fusco. Do I think Greg Paterin would have gone first overall if he was in the draft? Yes. Do you think international talent is still a market inefficiency? Yes. I mean, it's better now, but yeah. Oh man, they took a solo. Yeah, this guy. Okay. I never saw anything that blew me away. He got a bunch of his points in the first month of the year. We're almost there. 17 picks, right? No, 11. 11 picks. I can't even do math anymore. I can recap the Canucks picks later. I'm very tired. I just want it to be over at this point. I mean, from what I remember overall, it's been pretty up and down considering they had no first or second. Yoni Yermo is the treasure of that draft class. He's going to be a good player. Scotch, who's my team? Brady Burns is not also a right-handed defenseman, unfortunately. Shane Wright or Lafreniere? Shane Wright. Probably Shane Wright, but it's close. Linus Oberg. Okay. What is lower, the talent remaining or your blood sugar? Blood sugar. Greg Pateryn or Wayne Trash Gretzky? Greg Pateryn. Yeah, soon there will be scotch. I don't know. I don't know much about Oberg. We'll see. Yeah, Chase Bradley, Timu. That's your boy. Timu turned me on to him. He's a good player. Ethan Bowen. Oh boy. Who's Carolina going to take now? Tutnev? Is it Sealy? Yeah, they took Sealy. All right, that's an interesting pick. Good late round pick. Carolina's doing good. Carolina's having a good draft, for sure. All these guys not drafted. I'm not surprised guys like Rafkin and Hardy aren't drafted. Sooney either. Malik, I'm not surprised. Devin Levi, also not surprised. I hope someone takes Anton Lukachev. I like him. He was draft eligible last year. I like Lukachev. He's good. Chase McLean. Interesting. In the Czech Republic, Holubna not being picked is a bit of a bummer. Krul is decent from what I've seen. Chromiak in Slovakia, Staka, I probably want to see another year of, or else I would have picked him. Who took Pashin? The Hurricanes, of course. We're so close. The end of the list is right there. It's right there. Magnuson to San Jose. Just do it. Magnuson. Oscar Magnuson. Or Pavel Tutnev. Or Victor Mancini or something. Please. Doug Jr. Doug and Doug Jr. Please. I'm dying. I'm dying here. There are so many things wrong with my body right now. Yes, the Minnesota Wild are amongst my favorite teams now. Oh my god. Timofey Spitsarov. Okay, that's a cool pick. Spitsarov. He was literally the one guy that didn't make the cut for me this year on my watch list, but I'm glad he got picked. He's really good. I like Spitsarov a lot. He was the only good player on his team. San Jose, that's a good pick. I really like that player. I do like draft day, but I don't like when draft day lasts for 8 hours. Like, the league needs to find a way to make this more marketable and more accessible. This is insane. Yeah, Timofey Spitsarov is a good player. I was going to track him, but I couldn't find enough games to watch. But what I did see, I really liked. Good skilled player, good goal scorer, really, really good goal scorer. I mean, he had 49 goals in 40 games. I'm a big fan of his, and getting him in the 7th round, I think, is a good pickup. Capitals get Oscar Magnuson. There you go. Suni, I'm not surprised. I just don't think there's enough to move the needle there. He's not big enough to be a physical forward. He's not skilled enough. I don't know. Cardwell would be a good pick here. Who else? Chutniev, perhaps. I mean, they have Denisenko. They're from the same program. Maybe that would be a thing. To everyone who's signing off and saying bye during this and I'm not responding, I'm sorry. I'm a little bit preoccupied, but thank you very much for joining me. This was lovely. We're very close. I mean, it would be very nice to call it a day. I'm not going to last much longer after this is over. Look for the Rachel Dory discussion that she and I are going to be having. Not a discussion about Rachel Dory, but she and I will be having a discussion tomorrow. And we'll put it up on the internet for you for Friday. Okay, Florida took Devin Levi. There you go. I will assure you that Rachel Dory is not a clown. For what that's worth. All right, Boston. Blow my mind. Chutniev? Wouldn't surprise me if they took Chutniev here. Or Lukachev. Someone from Lokomotiv. I think... I mean, I think Dallas had a really good draft, all things being considered. When do I plan on starting scouting for the 2021 draft? Probably when the recaps are done. I'll be turning around immediately and doing 2021. So a couple of weeks. I want someone to pull a Panthers and Ovechkin and draft Ratu. Yeah, true. Potentially. Maybe that would be fun. I'm not pulling my I'm not hoping. I'm not hopeful. Okay, Boston, come on. Let's go. I thought this would be done like 4 hours ago. How stupid I am. Who's the best last pick of all time? Was Palat close to the end? I feel like Palat was close to the end. Hornqvist? I don't know. I can't remember. Oh, do I have two street? I think it's because the old one from before my power went out, or between, there was 3 of them. I'll see if I need to end the other one. I do. Okay. I see monetization on this video has now been listed as limited. Great. All right, I just ended the other one. My bad. I thought I did already. I think Hornqvist was the last one. I mean, if there's, oh my god, if there isn't a trade, like this is, there's no rules. Like there, I mean, someone's gonna draft Oscar Tellstrom. I think Tampa last overall. Similar story to Hornqvist. What possible negotiation could there be to get the 7th round pick here? Why limited monetization? Probably because I showed Sportsnet for like 2 seconds. Or someone says swears in the chats. Oh, the Leafs got this pick? Do I get another one? Oh boy, do I get to pick again? Okay, I mean, the Leafs just got a pick. They must see someone that they like, that's slipping or something. So it's 213. Jeez, okay. I would have taken Magnuson, but such is life. Let's go with let's go with Riker Evans. I'm gonna go with Riker Evans and take another defenseman. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I get to only pick one. Crap. I'm trying not to look at my chat in case Toronto's made the pick. You know what? You know what? Yeah, let's do Riker Evans. Geez, I don't know. This is really hard. Picking one is really hard. Yeah, you know what? Let's take Anton Lukachev. I've really liked what he's been able to do with Locomotive. I'll take him. Nice. So I got a bunch of names off of my watch list. I like that a lot. Ryan Tverberg. Okay. I guess if you really want Ryan Tverberg, then go nuts. I just don't trust Junior A. Toronto seems to be really going for the college/Junior A route. Sure, go nuts. Not a huge one. Not a huge fan of that. I mean, the OJHL, I've been burned before. You know, like I really would have thought about Riker Evans here. Who else? I don't know. You know, Ryan Tverberg, I've only seen a very, very, very little limited amount. I just don't. The OJHL is not a league that I value a ton, but they can more than happily prove me wrong. Henrik Tikkanen. They love the big boys, eh? They just love talking about the biggest boys that get drafted and going, oh, big boy. Who is Henrik Tikkanen? Okay, a Finnish author. Great. Okay, so they took a guy, someone who hasn't broken a 900 save percentage in under 20 play, but he's 6'8". Yeah, me big boy. Me like... Come on, 3 picks, let's bang them out. Come on. Oh, good one. Is that the kid from Willy Wonka? Tverberg. Yeah, that could be. Yeah, 6'8". That's a humongous boy. Ugh, I feel like this is taking, like, at least months off of my life. Maxim Marushev. Can't say I know much about this guy. Geez, there's going to be some really good undrafted players that you might want to keep an eye on. Really good ones. Maxim Marushev is 21 years old and playing in 2nd Division Russian hockey. Oh, yeah, I have seen this guy play because I was Googling around. I didn't see much of a needle mover with him. Yeah, I don't know. Come on, close it off. Let's go, Buffalo. Come on, I need to eat. Why hasn't Cardwell gotten picked? I don't know. I don't have a good answer for that. But I picked him. I picked him. I'm pretty happy with this haul. I like this group of players. Oh, I see they're using the word algorithm. Jacob Konechny. That's not the right Konechny. It's so weird to me. Like, they take Maxim Marushev, and then there's a player who's 3 years younger that plays in the Russian Junior League and is already off to a great start this year in Pavel Tutniev, and just, it's not it. Where do I find streams for international games? Usually Instat has a bunch of them. I don't know why you would want to watch the vice president debate. I don't know why you would. I mean, I guess if you want to still be an informed voter, but I don't know. I don't know what more information you could need. The last pick of the draft, come on. Was it Declan McDonald? Okay, Declan McDonald, last pick of the draft. Okay, the draft is done. I really don't know what else I can say. Look for Rachel Dory and I's conversation either Friday or Saturday. We're gonna break down a lot about the draft, whatever we can. I'm gonna dig into this tonight, just sitting on the couch watching King of the Hill, drinking scotch. Try to put together a list of who picked whom. And yeah. Thank you all very much for watching. I really appreciate sticking with it through all the tech issues. A little bit of a problem with how long this lasted, for sure. For sure. It's been rough today, but we made it. With all the issues, tech issues, thank you for sticking around. Very interesting draft, to say the least. So yeah. We're going to have some fun with Rachel Dory and go break down a lot of this draft, because it was certainly very interesting for a multitude of reasons. I mean, the list of players undrafted to watch for next year is very simple to put together for me. I think there's some really, really good players that didn't get drafted this year. So stay tuned for breakdown stuff and a recap series coming in the next few weeks. I'm tired. Anyway, have a great night. Have a great rest of the week. Stay safe. Do your thing. Be sure you're registered to vote, or if you can't, or if you are, just vote. I don't know. Do the thing. You know what to do. So thank you very much, guys and gals. I don't know what else to say. It's been a joy to bring the 2020 coverage to you guys over the year. And the recap series will be it for 2020. And then, and I guess the undrafted players and everything. But that'll come in the next few weeks to month. And then 2021 comes after that, so strap in. All right, thank you very much, guys. We'll see you in the next